Hello. We are today working on our headsets. Heads. They always take the heads because they got cool
I'm
headdresses.
still waiting for it to go on mine.
Yeah. Probably running a commercial.
I'm gonna restart it.
They always take the heads. They do.
I know. Oh, Tim Delaney said first, LOL.
Yeah, was that Tiny Tim?
I don't know. Maybe. Because there was Tim anxiously waiting. We're still kind of far away. Should I move us closer?
We can. Or you can move the camera closer
Yeah.
to us. That's probably better.
Yeah, we moved the camera back, if you remember.
Yeah.
How's that?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah?
Yeah, way better.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not sure where you're going to fall into this picture, but...
Well, I'm shorter than you, so there I am. And we got pursuing a heathen past, not first. Tim said, "How y'all doing tonight?" He said, "Finally got the notification that you went live."
Cool.
And Zach49 said, "Did you guys decide to add to the projects?"
Yeah, we decided to add to them. Mine was never really finished. There was a lot I wanted to do to it. So, for one, I'm doing that whole row of teeth thing. I have a whole bunch of deer teeth here, 2 elk teeth, and then a couple of boar's tusks for the ends. So that's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm wiring them in, and then adding some little bit of bead work to the wiring. I don't know if it's gonna be hard for you guys to see a lot of that, but mostly this is just kind of we're doing some craft, and you can just kind of, I don't expect that you're going to see much of what we're doing, but we're certainly open to having a conversation about it. So
Should show them all the stuff on the table, huh?
yeah, you can.
Let's see, I gotta do this. Whew. So we have natural materials here, feathers, bones and stuff, shells, beads, and fur. So now they know what we're working with.
Yeah.
And that's just what we could remember.
I know it looks like I'm drilling through my hand, but I'm not. It's if the drill slips, it's not going into my hand. It's in a different direction. I have to do this a few times.
Will you do mine too?
Um,
Thanks, honey.
Pretty sure by the time I get done with this, I'm going to be done with doing them.
Then you should do mine first.
Good plan.
I don't really have a plan for mine.
I don't really either. The teeth were the big setup for this year for me. And then I can just tie in some natural vegetation if need be. But the teeth were the big one. I really wanted those in there.
Well, I think all my vegetation I can just add to it because it's cool anyway.
Yeah. So I will probably eventually, before I start tying these up, bring you over here and show you what I have lined out here. But in the meantime,
So Max said good evening.
Matt.
Just Max.
Oh, good evening, Max. Hello.
He said it sounds like your mic is cracking once in a while.
Okay, it might be set too high. Let me bring it down a little. It's probably just set too high. It's very sensitive.
Midgard Musings said hail and hello. And pursuing a heathen past it at Midgard Musings in the house, and then he smiled. We have 9 joining us.
Cool. Hey guys. So I turned the gain down a little bit on the microphone. It's probably still going to clip a little if we make some loud noise because it is from Zoom. It is a decent little mic for a phone, but but it's also a new mic, so we're not 100% on how to use it yet either. So, okay, so this little drill bit wants to walk, so I have these little pointy spade bits. I don't know, like a 5-bladed fluted arrowhead. They're really good for getting starter. But I think if I go through and just do a little starter hole on each one, make my life a little easier and safer.
I totally love that. Look at that.
Oh, that's amazing.
So I have to show them.
Yeah, you do.
Let's see if they can guess what animal it is. Or,
I guarantee some of them can guess what animal it is.
Or mythical creature.
Yeah.
I have to go a little closer. Look at that. And I totally don't think I need the jawbone.
The jawbone for that skull?
Because it sits. Look at.
Does anybody know what kind of skull that is? Did you show them pretty detailed?
I don't know. Maybe. Spartan Lad said, first time getting to see you live. Just wanted to say thank you for sharing your knowledge. It's a big help for me as I am new to the path.
Thank you. That's why we did it. When we were new, we didn't have this kind of cool technology, so why not take advantage of it? I'm surprised that we're the first ones to really take advantage of it in this respect. I mean, there's a couple of Ostrich channels, but they don't show you how to do ritual and show you how to run a kindred. They just do it and then kind of, I don't know, like show them doing it, but they don't really show you how. But I'm just surprised that there's not more channels like ours, is what I'm saying. But who knows? Maybe there will be.
Anthony Hayes said, hello, everyone.
Hey, Anthony.
Tim said, sometimes I feel like a mythical creature. Probably like a tactical unicorn.
Yeah. Right.
We're all mythical creatures. What's up, Tim? Hello, Gina Zeman. Are you guys making this headdresses for a specific bloat or ritual, or just for general use?
So for
Not the light or the hot gun.
October, we do the traditional winter nights or Veternaper with an alpha bloat. We'll probably do a fray bloat for the most part, but we also, because we're been heathen for a long, long time before people fought over all these little stupid details. So we're going to we do a creepy maypole. And so we're going to do ritual, but we dress for ritual, and we dress very shamanic. And it's not because we think we're a bunch of Wova and shamans and seed mothers and all this other garbage. We do it because it's fun, and it's kind of Halloween. And we've got kids. We raised 5 kids, Asatru, on a military base for most of the time. And there is no... we don't celebrate that way, or Halloween is Halloween. Like, you put on a costume and you go trick or treat, regardless of what your particular flavor of spirituality is. So we had to incorporate that into our own practice in a way that made sense to the kids, didn't make them feel like they were the stranger in the room or the weirdo at school when everybody shows all the candy and they didn't get any. So we just played the game, and this was part of the game, and now it's part of our family tradition. So we've incorporated as a kindred tradition, and the kindred loves it. We build these awesome headdresses. We dress shamanic. We use face paint, and then we're going to go out and we're going to do a bloat like that. It's really the only bloat where we're in full costume in the year. We do we dress a little at Yule bloat usually, but not with makeup and headdresses and stuff. This is it. This is like our Halloween event. So it's kind of like an amalgamation between the traditional winter nights ceremony and the more modern do as you wish paganism. So I mean it became our custom, and we're unapologetic about it. Like we enjoy it. It's fun, and there's no reason to apologize for doing something that's fun. You know, doesn't hurt anybody. So they'll only get used once. Every member of the kindred has them. They'll only get used for this one bloat in the year, but everybody's very proud of them, and so they'll usually put them in a prominent place in their home where they got to see it all the time, and they're always thinking like, what do I want to do to make it that much better next year? So we built these last year, buying them this year, and we'll modify them well into the future probably, or eventually possibly even just retire one and build a new one. But we're gonna probably almost always have a shamanic headdress for winter nights, or alpha bloat.
Yes.
Detonator alpha bloat.
Is that sticking out too far like that? Maybe.
Sorry. Got to keep these things in
Yes.
order. What are you asking me?
I think I'm going to put it on the inside.
I mean, it's going to be as far out as you want it to be.
I'm going to put it on the inside. It's just going to be hard to do, but I just have to get more sticks and stuff in the yard. Midgard Musing said we've had our winter nights a couple weeks ago during the full moon.
Nice. Nice, yeah. A lot of practices happened at this time of the year. Disa bloat was common this time of the year, but we tend to celebrate our Disa bloat in the spring, like I believe the Swedes did. They made it a political thing. We just prefer to do it in the spring because we combine the Disa bloat with the Turning of the Plow, which is always a fun festival as well. So they would have, in a lot of cases, our ancestors would have done a lot of things. Like this would be a 3-day festival. There's probably multiple slaughters and bloats. Maybe there was a bloat to Odin, a bloat to Frey, one to the elves, and one to the Disa, all during this festival. But we don't have to do that because we do it more than 3 times a year. So you have your Midvinterblot, which is the Yule tide. You have Sigerblot in the spring or in the beginning of summer, and then you have this, which is Alpha Blot during Vetenacher or Veterblot, or what is Veterblot? Would be the winter bloat. And so winter, this being the first bloat of the year, I guess it's kind of safe to say that this is sort of the New Year celebration as well, because this is the first bloat of the year technically. What's up?
You want to come in and say hi? He's just watching to see what we're making here, so he can get some creative ideas too.
He's scheming, plotting and scheming. Plotting and scheming, scheming and plotting.
So, let's see. Pursuing a Heathen Past said we love dressing up in our house as well. Building traditions is really the whole point. It has to have meaning and make sense to those doing it, not anyone else.
Right, absolutely. I'm 100% in that court. And it creates camaraderie, it creates kinship, it creates memories, competition, all those things that make for family memories,
We like to compete in the Northwoods.
We do, and you can see Yule's going to be pretty amazing too. We have some mine is better than yours is for Yule as well, which is always fun. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Gonna make a mess.
I know this is probably not that exciting to watch, but you just watch us craft and then ask questions and we'll chat and do those things. But we just thought it'd be a lot more fun to have you guys in it. You know, Helum makes their own stuff too. Probably not so much anymore since they're all popular. But when they got started, all that stuff they had, all those cool costumes and cool instruments and everything, all that stuff. You know, they're sitting around just like us in a room, probably just gabbing, drinking a beer or whatever, and making cool crafts out of animal parts. So
I need like a little light here. I'm having trouble seeing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go get that headlamp out of your hunting stuff and clip it on a hat.
What hunting bag you made me?
But there was a headlamp you had in mind.
That little bag for hunting.
On. No, it wouldn't be.
Oh, okay. I know what you mean. Gotcha.
We've got to be one around here somewhere. I think they're in the middle pocket on my multi-cam camelback pack right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's a multi-cam one.
Chest rig, right?
Nope, backpack, not the chest rig. Yeah, there should be a farthest out, a middle, and then the biggest one. Yeah, that's not the middle, that's the biggest one. The next zipper. Let me just go do it.
Probably. I found a hat. There's nothing attached to it, though.
Yeah, there wouldn't be any attached to it.
Would it just be in there loose?
There'd be two of them in there loose, actually. Most likely.
Oh, it goes deep. Don't say it.
You know.
There's nothing in there, babe.
There's no little flashlights laying around in there?
There's a big giant flashlight. There's lots and lots of knives.
Yeah, there's too many knives in there for hunting. I have way too many. When all I'm really going to do is...
The red case.
No, that's not it. Let me just go do it.
Okay.
You come over here and work on your stuff, and
I'm gonna probably need a hat to put on too.
yeah, it's okay.
Oh, it'd probably help if I took my sunglasses off. Yes, it would totally help if I did that. Let's see. Midgard Musing said that's a beautiful way to preserve tradition. Tim said, when I was in the church, I had to go to harvest festivals because Halloween is satanic.
Yeah, well, harvest is still... This is more of a Halloween harvest festival than a Halloween thing anyway. You know, by our count. Here you go, babes.
Thank you. Tim said I'll be having a fire and mead for winter night on Monday.
Cool. Very cool, very cool.
Ben said, good antlers are hard to find in Florida.
Yeah, we have a cool store here. It's closing down now, but we always call it the Animal Parts Store. But it's Northern Leather and Craft Supplies. And it's, man, it has everything you need. Everything. And it's, you know, it's got some of the people that run it are also true as well. So they have, you know, it sells a small collection of Thor's hammers and like beads with runes on them, you know, some things like that, some horn cups and basic things that you would look at and think, that's kind of also true Norse pagan type accoutrements. But it's closing down. Doesn't do enough business to keep its doors open. There's just, unfortunately, not enough crafters in the world. And from what I understand, there was a survey done, and like 97% of all college students have never made anything with their hands. Now, I don't know if that means macaroni sculptures and handmade birthday cards or what, but the whole fact that they identify as someone who's never made anything is bad enough, you know?
Midgard Museum said Winter Nights was historically 3 nights, as you said. The Norwegians had it closed off to family only, whereas the Swedes held a public bloat. Regional differences.
Yeah, regional differences. The Norwegians kept it closed off to family because it was, in essence, in Norway, it was in essence a Disa bloat. And Disa has always been an in-house, closed off family affair. As you read in the saga of Edgeworth Grimson, as they're making their way through Iceland, I believe, and they're knocking on doors, and people are like, "We're in the middle of a Disa bloat. Piss off." And they didn't even argue. They're like, "Why can't we just come in?" Well, because they understood that the Disa bloat was a family affair, and you don't let in outsiders. And there was another one. I don't know whose saga it was. They had said it might have been the same. It might have been different translations of the same thing. They had said, "We are in the middle of a Disa bloat, and we fear the wrath of Odin if we let you in, so you have to go." So there's obviously, or we are still pagan, or we are heathen, and if we let you in on this night, or something like that. I'd have to look it up. I don't have such a great memory. Like most of this stuff, I only remember because it's drilled into my brain so hard. But I've had like a series of concussions to the level of like a pro boxer. So some things don't quite stick around as well as they should.
I could imagine seeing you as
A fully functional brain. Is that where you were going?
Yeah.
Yeah. You knew me when I had a fully functional brain.
Yeah.
I was worse. I was a worser person.
You were not a worse person. Whatever. Gina Zeman said we had a winter finding bloat a few weeks ago, and we'll be doing a winter night's bloat on Halloween.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's very cool. Yep. And, and like I said, we do our little creepy maypole, and some people don't like it, and I don't really care what people like. Like, I didn't make it for them, and they're not going to be here. So, but some people are going to find it super inspirational, and hopefully by next Winter Nights, we'll see 3 or 4 different YouTube videos where they're doing a Winter Nights creepy maypole and shamanic.
That's pretty cool.
Shamanic vayplay. See what I did there.
I do see what you did there. Tim said, "Oh, by the way, Boat Bar, I'm starting an Instagram for my jiu-jitsu called Heathen Jiu-Jitsu."
Cool. You're going to teach them how to pray over their opponent so that they're super intimidated? I love it. So awesome.
Pursuing a Heathen
That's
said,
awesome.
"Our craft room is where we spend a lot of time in our house as well. That and the garage and shop always make stuff by hand."
We don't actually have a craft room. We have an office upstairs, and mostly that's a lot of writing, a lot of editing, research, that kind of stuff. Our shop, on the other hand, is where we should actually be doing this, but visually this is a little more pleasing, and we don't have a surface out in the shop that's big enough and expansive enough as this table is right now. So this is really a kind of a better gig for what we're doing here. So I have to twist these wires up. This is always a cool project.
Oh, you got a bunch done over there, huh?
Mm-hmm. So for the wires, I'm going to take the 2 loose ends and clamp them. I can't do it with one hand. Okay. I want to so the very tip of that is pretty much sacrificial, but you see how banged up and twisted this wire is. But I'm going to take something fairly sturdy like this Dremel bit. I wanted to pull some of the line out. Nothing ever works the way it's supposed to.
It's because everybody's watching.
Because everybody's watching.
They're all going to laugh at you.
They're all going to laugh at you. So funny. It's so funny, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So this should work. Anyway, this end is kind of sacrificial because it's going to get damaged. but then I just hold that. I'm try and find the center if I can do that this time. Maybe this will help. There, because I want to get a kink right on that center, and then let go. Getting there, getting better. This drill chuck isn't as tight as the other one.
No.
As my other drill. It just doesn't seem to want to hold on as tight as the Fuego one from home. Yeah, see, it just wants to come out of there. So I will do this differently. Combine this other end up, see if that works. If not, I gotta go get the other drill. This, you know, some of these chucks tighten up more than others, so nothing you can do about that. But hopefully, if I put these two in, or this end in.
Gina Zeman said she just transferred our Yule mead to a secondary.
Oh, cool.
Yum.
So I'm gonna try a different trick, and I'm gonna bend a little 90 on the end. You can see that it's got just a little boop boop, so that will slide out of one side of the chuck jaws. So as they tighten in, they shouldn't let go anymore. So I'll just trial and error. If I keep doing the same thing over and over, right, doesn't that make me crazy or whatever? There we go.
Well, you know it works because you've done it before.
Well, that's how these other ones. That's how these other ones got twisted up.
Oh, man.
But they might have been done by somebody else because they're nowhere near as clean as mine. So I'm going to show you how this worked. You've just seen it happen. So this is how it twists the wire up. Really neat. Really clean. And that end is obviously sacrificial. And this end has a ring, but I'm going to cut that off too.
Pursuing Heathen Pass said no such thing as too many knives.
Oh, in my pack?
Yeah.
There is when you got to carry them around and you're not going to use them. I mean, I know there's no such thing as too many knives because I make knives and I got a ton of them. A ton of them. So one. Deuces. And faces.
What do you think?
I think it looks awesome. It looks full. Very full.
Yeah.
I mean, were you just trying to make it full?
No, I don't know what I was trying to do.
Looks good.
Yeah. It certainly looks cool. So, got all these birds.
I mean, it's the antler you wear on top of your head, so of course it's going to look cool. There's no way around that.
So, you think doing my skull just a big glop of hot glue should just work, right?
For the skull?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be just fine. Are you gluing it onto that disc, or are you gluing it onto the...
I'm going onto this little pig skin leather.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that should hold just fine.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Just want to make sure it's centered.
Any questions or anything? Seems like we're getting lost in our own world here and not
Yeah.
paying attention.
Midgard Musing said, if you're interested, I'd love to have you on my podcast sometime.
Yes, definitely. I'm actually going to start firing up my own podcast here soon. So that would be a really fun way to kick it off, is to, you know, go on some other podcasts and spread the news. But don't think that we're in competition, because we won't be. The heathens I know that listen to podcasts listen to all of them and want more. You know?
Yeah, they do. Podcasts are big.
Podcasts are big when you have a job, when you have to go to work, but you can listen. Everybody's got wireless headphones now, so you can actually listen and listen and learn. You know?
Yeah. All right, here I go. Oh, I need some more glue.
Now
Not going very far without more glue.
Now I'm putting beads on the wire twists to cover the point where the wire is twisted.
Oh, nice. Corey said, "Hey man, you made the Whoopi hoodie."
I did make the Whoopi hoodie, and it's epic.
And he said, "Y'all been busy. First meet, now crafting."
Is Corey on the?
Yeah.
In the comments, yeah.
Yeah, Corey Allen. And he said, "You're gonna have to try that drill trick."
You know what I'm talking about. Yee yee yee.
You hear that?
I do. It sounds like Joe's phone, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
I don't think it's going to be my phone.
All right. Hopefully this works. I'm gonna freaking jinx myself.
Don't do that. Don't need that. Oh man, you're gonna jinx me too.
Oh, didn't even touch. Burn myself too.
What is that? Is there a buzzing going on?
Yeah.
I think it's Sasha's. Did she go up there and fall asleep?
Possible.
Hopefully it's not my phone, because that's probably driving them crazy.
Huh. Okay. Hope that's where it's easy. Be careful, the skull is fragile.
Your skull is fragile.
You wish it was fragile because you'd own it by now.
Hammer time.
15 people.
Cool.
That's
Hi,
pretty
10 people.
awesome. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Corey said, "I've got so much to add to my headdress."
You should be over here, dude.
This headdress is so epic.
It is epic. It's epic.
It's literally what? A dragon from Skyrim? Are you talking to us? Oh, he's not. Mine looks like a dragon. What do you think?
What? Oh, that's awesome. Hey, nobody guessed on what that creature was yet that we got the skull from. That's a real human, not a human, but a real animal skull. And that animal exists today in the real world that we live in.
So Corey said, maybe not as much as Jafnhar.
The epicness, yes. I heard Jafnhar was going to redo his completely, but so it's kind of cool. So you guys know that what I'm talking about when I say we're going to do this for our gathering. So we have one of our kinsmen on here who's stoked for the whole event as well.
And we're doing ours now just because you're going to be building headdresses with...
Yeah, if Chris and the crew come, then I'm going to be building headdresses with them. And I got to build frames or at least show them how to use the equipment.
And I'm going to be recording.
You're going to be recording. So we'll try and get ours a little bit ahead. Plus that helps inspire our kinsmen. Because they see what we do and they're like, oh, I want to do mine like that. So that's
but
cool.
better.
But better. Always better, yeah, because we do ours first and then they roll in here and they're like, okay, I can do that and I can make it better because I have better ideas and better stuff. Yeah. They're gonna whoop us. But that's okay. I can't even express just how there's such a point of pride to your headdress. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's hard to just explain to people just how exciting it is to don your own headdress, and you're judging everybody else's, and they're judging yours, and getting ideas for the next time you work on it. Everything. It's a really cool tradition, I think. am a fan.
And I think if everybody's up for it, which I'm sure they will be, we're gonna try to go live with the Kinsmen.
Yeah, that'd be cool because we'll do this again live with the Kinsmen while they're dressing up their headdresses. So that should be really neat.
I'm sure that spider was in here is not in here any longer.
That spider, he did.
He did.
He did.
This poor thing, I'm just losing. I'm losing all the leaves.
Yeah, sure, for sure. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I want to put these little stars on each
Kim
one.
said goat. Nope, it's not goat.
What?
My skull.
No, definitely not the goat.
Gina
Too
said
small for a goat.
muskrat. That's a good guess.
It is a good guess. They're similar in size.
Yeah.
But no.
Nope, not a muskrat.
However, the semi-aquatic nature is similar, so you are on the right path.
Heath said, is some kind of lizard skull, just not sure which one.
You're on it. You're getting there. You are correct, Heath. Of course, you already knew that.
So, got all this stuff too.
I think I'm going to take... I was just going to do all metal beads on these, but I think I'm going to take this old piece of pig bone, or this old... It's just a piece I have that's got pig bone beads.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use them because they've been part of a shamanic staff back at freaking like all thing 22 or something, and then they were part of my headdress last year that I took off. You know.
What was?
All these pig bone beads. Which are two school bashul. Two cool bashul.
See what I'm doing over here.
That's pretty obvious.
Let's see. Beaver. Nope.
Ah.
Iguana. Nope.
Here we go. Let the games begin.
If it was a beaver skull, it would be from a baby beaver skull for sure.
It'd be a little sucker, yeah.
Nope, not the beaver.
It's not the beaver.
Oh, I better be careful. I already did get stuff in my beer.
What kind of stuff did you get in your beer?
Just some dead stuff from outside.
Oh yeah. The better, the better.
Haywood Lock said, "Evening, guys. This family says hi. That headdress is looking awesome. Global. Thanks.
Sweet.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I kind of want this, like, you know, like here.
Like there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Lean it forward.
What are you doing with my light?
I moved it because you shined it in my eyes and I couldn't see what you were doing.
It's kind of this big, giant. Oh, maybe I don't know how to get it in there. Shush.
So I don't know if it's a fair assumption to assume that those that are up here with us right now are also Norse Pagan, but if and they are, what are your guys' plans for the winter nights? Or the winter night? Are you doing a 3-day festival? Are you doing 1 day? Are you just gonna do a quick float and then get back to work, or what? Super curious. Of course, we don't do ours on the day. Ours is just happening on the nearest weekend. And even like Yule we're celebrating fairly early in the month. Because people got other plans. And we ain't about bogarting everybody's time.
Yeah, we're gonna celebrate Yule, what, 3 weeks?
I don't know if it's 3 weeks. It's earlier, but that's cool because we might be able to have some Yule videos out before the Yule celebration, which would be really useful, I think, for some people if they wanted to try some of our traditions, which are pretty cool, if I do say so myself.
I don't like that. Not using those. Making a mess though. Yeah, that spider's totally like, I'm out. I'm out, lady. Water moccasin.
Ooh, close, but no.
Should I show it again?
Yeah. This is a real living, even though it looks like How to Train Your Dragon, it isn't actually a real living aquatic creature.
Totally does look like Toothless, like a little tiny dragon.
Like Toothless?
Yes. Oh, those are nice. These. Oh, I got those too. Those are cool.
So yesterday I was home from town. She's like, "Ooh, stop the truck. Do you have a knife?" And I was like, "Yeah." So she grabs my knife and she runs into the ditch and she starts pulling out some of those plants. I don't know which ones they were.
A bunch of these.
These red ones, right? Yeah. Across the street from Sheriff. His driveway, and we're across the street from him with a knife hacking the bush. We're like, "We don't want Sheriff.
Law don't go around here, law dog."
Law don't go around here, law dog."
Probably watching us right now. Probably got our house pinged.
Yeah, right? Prank caller, we're on a list.
Kind of hard to do keeping all my other stuff in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oops.
I'm going to go through here in a minute and drill all these symmetric holes in my band. That's going to be roof. Roof.
Oh, those look awesome.
Yeah, they do.
Don't want that big old head to fall off your shoulders there, babes.
Yeah, that's why I'm putting all the weight low so it holds it on. Lower the center of gravity so it'll stay on my big fat dome.
A heathen past said, "We had a gathering, bloat, and feast at our house on the full moon. We also put up an ancestral altar that we keep up from one full moon to the next and tell stories to our kids about our ancestors."
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's
We have an ancestor and fallen kinsman altar already in the Vey. It's pretty much a permanent part of our lives anyway. But that's really cool. I like that idea.
Mm-hmm. I think it's super important that kids know the stories.
Yeah, and this is kind of a unique bloat for us too, because generally in bloat, I know that some of the locals conduct bloat differently than we do, but in our bloats, if we are doing a bloat to say Odin, then when it's your turn to speak, you raise a horn to Odin. You know, that's who we're bloating to. The only time that there's a free for all where you get to raise a horn for whoever you want is on the second round of Summel, or the first round of Summel. So that's how we do it. I know some people you just willy-nilly raise a horn to whoever you want in bloat, which I think is absurd, but whatever. I don't have to sit there. But my point is that this is the rare occasion where you can raise a horn to, a Landvetter. You can raise it to Frey. You can raise it to an ancestor, you know, in keeping with, of course, the season, it's pretty much open to raise a horn to whomever you would like within the basic rules of this kindred. Which some of you know, some of you don't. Right?
Yep. We do have rules. We like rules.
Well, they're fun that they're necessary. It keeps everybody on the same page and everybody understands what's expected. So that's always a bonus.
Gina said, we'll do the traditional Halloween trick-or-treat, followed by a bloat to the Orfeer and Freyr with a bonfire and feast to follow.
Sweet. We may do a bonfire. I am not opposed to it. I have enough, definitely got enough wood, and it's definitely wet enough, so we could certainly do a bonfire. Other activities could be outdoor movie night, you know, run the generator and the projector, but outdoor movie nights aren't as fun when it's really cold. Even if you're snuggled in nice and warm, you know what I mean? They seem not to be as fun.
And we would totally do trick-or-treating, but we won't get any trick-or-treaters.
Yeah, there's no trick-or-treaters here. They all go to town to do that. We're too far. We're too far out.
But there will be plenty of candy here.
That's a fact.
That is one of the bummers about living far out is, you know, you miss things like that. King said collared lizard. Nope.
Say what?
Collared lizard.
Ooh, collared lizard. Wait, that's out there.
And Corey said, is it a lizard? Otherwise, I would say it's a squirrel.
Nah, make a dare.
Is not a squirrel. If it was in water, it would not drown.
I'll give you another hint. If it was in water, it would not drown, and it would likely steal your bait.
Oh, come on, that's too easy.
Was it? Did I just give it away?
You just gave it away.
Well, they need some.
I don't know, they seem to like be enjoying themselves over there. Hayward Locke said, Brody, my mother and I are going to go out and bloat to Ula this weekend. Oh, okay. Nice.
Very cool, very cool.
I gotcha.
Yeah, you guys are Brody hauling in an elk.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congrats on that.
Mm-hmm. Hope you saved the place to Google Maps.
Some of the best meat out there.
Yeah, definitely some of the best meat out there. And in my opinion, with all the meat that I've had, it's second only to reindeer. So
I have not had reindeer, but
well, these warthog tusks tend to want to split.
Do
I
they?
don't think I'm gonna use them. They're kind of splitty. Are you gonna use all of these, or can I use 2 of them?
You can use whatever you want, babe. I got those, and I got there's a whole. I had some.
Well, I know you picked some special ones. I don't want to take those.
No, I just wanted a couple for earrings, so it doesn't really matter. You can take what you
I don't
want.
actually need any of them. In fact, I'm not even sure I want them because they're all gonna go right here in my face. You know.
That's what mine are.
Yeah, don't poke you or something. Let me get these things. Let me get all these pieces installed, and then we'll decide if I need them or not.
Okay.
That's best.
I feel like I need these. Pursuing the heathen path said, I'm never opposed to a bonfire. Gotta give the neighbors something to gossip about.
Yeah, we don't have that here. Our neighbors could care less.
Although we do hoot and holler a lot.
bit is also a fact, yes. Nobody's ever called the cops on us, and they hear lots and lots of hunting horns.
Yep.
Certainly enough to make a fool wonder.
And don't forget, when Stig's visiting us, we're usually hollering for his dog Odin at the top of our lungs.
Yeah, so Stig's dog's name is Odin, and it's very unbehaved, like its namesake. So, you know, every 10 minutes it's Odin! Odin!
Nobody's ever came over to
Oh man, I broke that drill bit.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, bumper because it's the smallest one I had.
Nobody's ever came and told us to shut up.
Yeah, I gotta find another drill bit real quick, so maybe I might be able to finish this with this one, yeah. Body, some spots are harder than others. It's easy to go through the copper that I have on the outside, but the steel's a little sketchy. Yeah, so I have to drill bigger holes is all. Let's go center.
Corey said, oh, wait a minute, let's see. Pursuing a Heathen Path said Otter, also love the 13th Warrior reference.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of 13th Warrior references.
And Heath said Snapping Turtle.
That would be correct, Heath.
Heath, you won.
Snapper turtle.
Your prize is...
Or undying devotion.
Tim said eel. Corey said turtle. And Corey said, all right, gotta go. I know he meant feed. Then bed, then more of the best job in the world. Tomorrow, harvesting meat.
You're a meat harvester? Lucky.
Oh man, wait until you see that video of you. Probably should send that out tomorrow. Of his epic processing.
His epic meat harvesting?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Harvester of sorrows. Harvester of morrow.
And okay, so Haywood Lack said, have a good night, Corey. And he said, later, Corey.
Later.
This thing coming. Do you think that sticks out too far? That thing right there?
What?
This?
No.
Okay.
Why would it? I mean, it's up to you. You're the one that's got to wear it.
I don't know. It's kind of
So-
sticking there.
This is where I'm at. This is what I'm working on. Working on my teeth. In the front. And I got enough to go all the way out to the sides, I think. Look at that.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Yeah, they're going to go all the way. So, 1, 2,
You're spacing
3,
them pretty
4,
far
5,
apart
6.
then, huh?
3, 4, 6. No, I might put them closer together, actually. I may.
Put it on your face and see how it looks right there.
Yeah, I mean, well, there would be a gap in the middle. I might hang another charm there. I knew that gap in the middle was going to be different because this is where these left teeth and right teeth have to come together.
Gotcha.
The other part, the reason I didn't drill any more holes is because I want to see where to put them. So they're going to be about like that, see?
Oh,
But it's going to be dependent entirely on each tooth each time. So I do need to get a different drill bit though, so I can drill a different hole.
Okay.
So, just kind of narrate your activity, and I'll be back in a minute.
And they can kind of see what I'm doing. It's looking pretty awesome. And it's nothing. There we go. I have very thin wire wrapped around and it's what's holding it, and I'm just trying to stick more vegetation in it because I can't it's kind of tight on my head, so I don't want to put anything inside it and bulk that up, so I'm just working from the outside. There, I narrated.
You did?
I did.
You narrated? That's awesome.
Not sure if they understand what I'm doing.
Doesn't matter.
So I'm super interested to see what our kids can come up with this weekend.
When they're working on theirs.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like it's gonna be epic.
It's always epic.
As it should be. Hopefully it's not too comical trying to maple with these things on our head.
It is going to be comical anyway, but
It can't be comical. It's gotta be creepy.
damn, it broke too.
Do you need to?
It's not my fault. It's your fault.
Why is it my fault?
These are all my drill bits that we use to drill through leather for stitching, and it just means they got way too hot too many times. They have no strength. But ultimately, it's just that the metal is
I need more of these.
hot in some spots or hard in some spots and not in others. Need more of what?
I need more of these.
The little laurel ones? Were those from our yard or down the road?
No, those were from bushes, so I think I can just go grab some. But I'm liking the look. So. Where are those from? Oh, those
Making
are-
work for it over here. Starting to get a sweat. They're all so dull.
So, what types of plants are you putting in Scoville?
Pretty ones.
Yeah, pretty ones. Random weeds that I found down our dirt road and in our.
Certainly things from around our stead.
Just basically went outside and anything that had just fall colors and kind of dead looking and yeah. I couldn't tell you what any of these plants are.
But they're not poisonous. So we know that. Well, they're not,
Well, I didn't know that, but I'm
they're
sure
not
you
poisonous
did.
like poison ivy, poison oak.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't eat
Yeah.
them.
Well, this is what, like, just the...
It's like sawgrass or something.
Yeah. And then I got some, these were just by the water. So, water rushes? I don't know what you call them. These were all fiery looking by the railroad tracks. That's kind of cool. Alright, I'm going to go grab a few. These ones are on our front porch. I'm going to go grab some.
Okay.
Come on, buddy. You going to go with me? Come on. So my mother wants to know if your headdress is made from metal bands like both of ours. Are they riveted metal strips? You can answer that one.
Yeah, they're actually metal banding straps from like pallets. Way back in the day, they used to band them. So it's metal banding straps, and I have a spot welder, so they're spot welded on all the points, but you could rivet them. And then mine has, I put that copper plate on the front, and then I riveted it in with horse rivets. So you can certainly rivet. So you see what I'm doing with the teeth. I have a bunch of them. It'll go all the way through the whole row. If I don't break all my drill bits before I get there. And there it went. Got my last drill bit. Damn it. There must be a better way to do this.
Did you tell them about the story of the banding straps?
I was going to, but I just broke my last rivet again.
Oh.
So, or my last drill again. So I'm gonna go get another drill real quick.
I don't know what those are, but that's what I just grabbed.
I'm slowly getting bigger and bigger. I'm going to get bigger and bigger holes as they go outward.
So yeah, underneath all of this is the same band, and right here.
All these drills are so dull, you know?
Yeah.
I need some sharper, small drills. That's what I need.
Tim said, why DeWalt? They suck.
They also sell them at Ace, and they're on sale. I go through so many power drills here. Yeah, this thing's so dull. That's all it is. I'm gonna have to go get a small drill for my knife making equipment.
I keep getting vegetation in my beer. This headlight is pretty awesome, babes. I'm gonna have to use this from now on. These are long ones. See, they have pretty colors when I was out there. Some of them are just full green, but a lot of them have just some fall colors, so that's what I snipped off. Joshua Fox said, Helsa, it's Vinland Berserker.
Vinland Berserker. Cool. And Helsa. See if this sharp drill bit does any better. It do better. Okay, so the story on the banding straps.
Oh, yeah.
So last year we wanted to do this. It was the thing. And we talked about it, and everybody was like, "Yeah, let's do headdresses. Let's get shamanic. Let's have fun. Let's dance." And so I was working, trying to figure out how to make a standard frame that I could make for everybody that we could all build off of. And I couldn't come up with any ideas, so I did a little demo frame, and I used like an old saw blade from one of my saws. And it worked, but it was kind of thin and flimsy, and the blade teeth kind of like pulled on your hair a little bit, because your hair kind of got bound up in the teeth a little bit. And so I didn't like that. So I started thinking that, man, some of those banding straps would be really nice that they use on pallets. Those steel banding straps would be perfect. So I asked all my kinsmen, like, do you have any of this stuff at work? And they're like, no, the pallets we get have plastic on them, and, you know, pretty specific. That stuff wasn't around anymore. So I went up to the place where I get some of the metal for my projects, Pacific Steel, and I was like, or Pacific Steel and Recycling. So I was like, hey, do you have a recycle bin? Do people drop off these banding straps? And they're like, no, we haven't seen those in a few years. Nobody really uses those anymore. You can buy rolls on Amazon, but everybody just uses plastic. So I resigned myself to the fact that we weren't going to get it done, or we'd have to figure out how to buy some sort of strap metal to do it. And so fast forward about 2 days after everybody rogered up that they don't have any access to them, I'm up on the mountain hunting, and I see one little piece rusty sticking up out of the ground. So I'm like, that's kind of what I'm looking for. So I grab that piece and I pull and pull and pull, and I ended up pulling out like probably 2 pallets worth, just a bunch of it. And I just crammed it all in the back of my car, and then I had to haul it out pretty far too, but I crammed it all in the back of my car and then took it home. So I cleaned up the area, and then the gods provided me with exactly what I needed for the project that we were going to do. So anybody that tells me the gods are going to get mad because you're making shamanic headdresses, Well, the gods gave me the material to do it. So you can take that one up with the gods themselves.
It's still amazing.
Huh?
I said it's just still amazing to me.
The way that
I mean,
whole
it
thing worked
shouldn't
out.
be. It shouldn't be. There's been many instances like that, you know. Oh, that's looking awesome. Look at that. Try it on. It's going to get heavy. What do you think?
Awesome. When's the next Helon concert?
I don't know, but that'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool.
We definitely got to go.
We definitely gotta. Think they'd let us dress?
Oh, yeah, they got to let you dress. Why wouldn't they let you dress?
I don't know. Are you allowed to dress going to a Helon concert?
Why wouldn't you? I think lots of people do.
I don't know. You couldn't dress going to Scarywood.
That's true. That is true. You are correct, madam.
Yes. Pursuing a Healing Pass, so that is an awesome find, and everyone dresses up for Helon.
Yeah, admittedly, we've never been. So, Helon, Daneheim, any of those, we haven't been to any of them.
We had a chance last year, but we weren't able to. Remember that? Remember that?
Huh.
We had that chance last year, we just weren't able to.
Yeah, well, it happens a lot.
Yeah. Alright.
Can't dwell on missed opportunities. Just try and be in a position to capitalize on them in the future.
I went to cut that, and I was really hoping I wasn't cutting something important. You can't really see my feathers too much, but they're there. They're there. What else do I got? I got more of these. Those are pretty cool. I don't know what those are.
In the survival community, we call those poison. We call them the never touch 'ems. Ha! Never touch 'ems.
You a funny guy.
I know, I'm a funny guy. I know, I'm funny guy. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm so running out of wire space. I'm pursuing a Healing Path. I missed the Helon concert here in Minnesota recently. Tickets, but got a concussion and had to sell them.
Oh, man. That's horrible.
And then Tim said the stream is a bit choppy.
Yeah, we had that problem today. It was real choppy, too. Unfortunately, we have weather, and we don't really have great reception out here in the middle of nowhere anyway. So, yeah, that's... Thanks for letting me know, though. But, yeah, there's not really much we can do about it. So...
I got these, too.
That. Oh,
Yeah, that looks so awesome.
look at that, guys. That's coming out really.
That is badass.
Badass.
It's cool because I keep throwing these in there and it keeps breaking and messing stuff up. But that's okay because it's all dead anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That is pretty awesome. Alright, what else I got? Oh, there's another one of those. Do I want more of those? Haywood Lock said I want to see Amon Amath someday.
Yeah, they're all pretty awesome.
And Pursuing Heathen Pass said that Northwoods laugh.
What's that?
I don't know.
Northwoods Laugh?
Yeah.
Mine or yours?
The life. The Northwoods life.
Oh, the life. Yeah, for real, man. They are heathens.
I'm super excited to record all this too. Like I can't wait. There's gonna be some
That's the side.
epic
That's one side.
footage. That looks amazing.
And then I do the other side, and I need something. I want to put something right here in the middle. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I have a jawbone.
No.
No, that wouldn't work. That's way too awesome.
Another hard spot on this one.
Was there?
Wow. Either that or it's 10 times as thick. That's not right. There it went.
I have to go shut that door.
And there, that one went. Fortunately, I have more of those. This one's getting dull anyway. Pretty much junk. Not that one.
I think I just hope that was vegetation.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4.
See. Haywood Locke said, I'm hopping off for the night, guys. Headdresses look awesome. Excited for the next time we can all hang out. Be safe out there. Hey, Haywood.
Bye, Drew. That's Drew, right?
Yeah, that's Drew.
Yeah.
Gina said we have been wanting to see Wardruna. That would be another one. That would be
There'll definitely be another one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Pursuing a Heathen Path. Good night at Haywood Locke.
It's gonna go.
Alright. I love this. I gotta figure out how to get it in there.
How are you trying to do it?
I don't know. Probably just sticking it in.
If you spiral it in wire and then you put the wire in and wrap the wire to tie it in. See what I mean?
Oh.
And the fine brass wire.
I was just gonna stuff it in.
Okay. Do you think?
I mean, when I picked it, I was originally gonna make like a big old fanfare in the back of the head, but I don't think I want that anymore. So. Just gonna. But I see your point. That would probably be a little easier to stuff it in some of these places. It smells pretty awesome in here.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Getting taller. Well, that's a good piece right there. Oh, that's nice. I like that. This is so much fun.
I know. I like doing these crafts like this, especially crafts like this. Like I'm kind of over like making stuff for other people, but it's a necessary evil. But sometimes it's nice to just really kind of go over the top on a one-off piece for yourself. You know?
Yeah.
Especially one that's going to cause so much butt hurt. So many people will not be able to sleep at night because we're wearing these things on a private ceremony.
They will be fine.
We're gonna have to be.
You know, I totally didn't know how my headdress was going to get any more epic from last year, but it's totally getting epic.
I wanted to do something like this last year, but I didn't have the time, the material, or really any kind of a serious plan, you know?
Well, you were really doing a lot of helping people learn how to spot weld their own headdresses and how to measure them. And
Try not to blow the breaker too many times, try not to kill my spot welder. Yeah.
yeah, there was all that too. Oh, and here goes Tim. If you could have one weapon from mythology, what would it be? He's really good at those questions. You could have one weapon from mythology. What would it be?
A10 Warthog.
That would be pretty bummer. That would be pretty bummer. I can see where you're going with this. I'm kind of liking like the plasma sword. I like.
Oh,
that.
you're thinking Halo. I'm talking about the actual A10 fucking attack plane.
Oh.
So.
No. I thought you were talking Halo too with the Warthog.
Oh, but I see where you're going with that, and I'm liking it. Halo sword. Although it doesn't have a lot of kick, but I really like the needler too.
I was gonna say the needler too. Like it kind of finds its, plasma grenades would be nice too.
Plasma grenade, yes. Plasma grenades.
We should totally play Halo eventually again. It's like one of the only video games we play. Although I bet we would like some of the new ones.
Video games?
Yeah.
I'm sure we would if we had time to play them.
Yeah. As long as we're not online and we got 8-year-olds talking smack.
Little 8-year-olds kicking my ass. Those are the games I don't like. The ones where little 8-year-olds school me. Especially when they're about military tactics and... Oh, look at that. I broke it too.
Oh, you can take one of mine. I got those too. Go ahead and take them.
Are they the right angle? Because I can wait till next time to go down or whatever.
I don't know. You'd have to... You picked them out.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I remember what direction they went. I picked mine out too.
Well, you were making them for earrings, which I'm not going to be using for a while, so...
Okay, that's... How is it?
That looks pretty awesome.
Is it pretty awesome?
It's pretty awesome.
We got a ways to go, but here's where I'm at so far. I'm liking it. I'm digging it.
Yep. Oh, there's your rattle. There's Goldie rattle.
My Goldie rattle.
So yeah, just go ahead and take one of the ones you picked out for me, because I probably won't be using it, and I'll just get more when we go back.
Where are they at? Let me see who we have.
You don't know where they're at. That they don't know. They were with the other ones.
Were they?
Yeah.
Probably already used them then. Probably accidentally used them. What did I have? I had 12 and then 2 elk, and I think I had 2 small elk too, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the elk. I might have used them, yeah. Whatever, it's okay. Sorry, babes. Didn't mean to use your stuff.
Fine, honey, I'll get more. You will buy me more.
That's to you on all accounts. You will get more, and I will buy you more.
Yes.
I need to put one little trinket in the center.
Nobody else is playing this game. The weapons of mythology. What weapon would you use, Tim? What is your weapon of choice? Of course, we're not really mythology with the Halo. This is gonna be so awesome. Did you just break another one?
No.
Okay.
No. Thought I did though, so not gonna lie.
Pursuing heathen passage. I mean, if I only have one option, clearly it's Vidar's shoes.
How obscure.
Somebody's playing the game.
Somebody's playing the game.
Grungnir. That's who Tim would. Grungnir.
Gungnir.
Yes.
Odin Spear. Gungnir. I mean, I already own the rifle I took to sniper school. Pretty sure that's mythological enough. So. Know what I'm slazaying? Do you? It sounds like you do.
Look at that.
So cool. Yeah. You know, Leafs is pretty epic too, so.
Oh, crap.
It's not like we even have the coolest ones in the kindred.
Nope. Nope, Leafs is pretty epic. I mean, I don't think he's even finished with it, and I didn't get to see it on. So. You can totally not see any of my bones and claws and beads anymore.
Look at the bones.
Look at the bones. I certainly made a Pursuing a heathen passage. In that case, I'll keep my 50 Beowulf.
50 Beowulf. There you go. Look at the big guns on him. One is too much.
I don't know how much more I can get on this.
What? That was the sound of my bead falling.
I just dropped a hot gun, whatever that's called, the hot glue gun.
You dropped it like it was hot?
Yeah, I think that's the first time I ever used a hot glue gun.
You know crafter. You know crafter at all.
I feel like it was the first time. I didn't say it was. I'm saying I feel like it. No! Come on, man.
What happened?
It's just my...
You evicted your spider?
Yeah, my spider was long gone. It's like, heck with that lady. But now it's probably looking at me from across the room thinking, I'm totally going to make a nest in that.
He's like, man, what a habitat.
And then while we're dancing, it's going to come out and I'm going to scream my bloody head off. But it's going to look cool on camera because everybody's going to think like I did it on purpose.
Oh.
And I will be screaming, get it off, get it off, get it off. I should have got more of this weed.
Should have made this fucking piece of brass a little longer. I'm not even going to mess with it. I'm just going to start over on this piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to be just a little longer, and I'm struggling with it, trying to get an extra millimeter out of it. Just take it off and twist up a new piece, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Again, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Need some whir.
Some whir?
Need some whir.
What the hell is whir?
Whir, 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 whir. I need some whir. I had some was, but it wasn't long enough, so I gotta get some whir.
I think I'm kind of done.
Yeah?
I think so.
Yeah, I think you broke the mold on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I have a...
So I got to find the end. We learned that on this drill we need to kink the end in 90. Then
Okay.
pretty awesome.
I'm gonna go look. Crazy awesome. Don't be jelly. Oh, that looks amazing.
She likes it.
What?
I said she likes it.
Depending on my little back. Or my turtle, it kind of looks like a bat.
Like a bat?
It kind of does, depending on how you look at it. Look. Bat?
Momentarily.
Yes. So you got bat, turtle.
Haha, you're right, yeah.
Bat,
Right, yeah.
turtle.
Cool.
I don't think I can get. I can't even see myself. Yep, I think I'm done with my dress. So, but I have other cool things I can make. Awesome.
I am not done with mine.
Okay, I'm gonna move all this vegetation. Are you gonna use any of this?
What?
The vegetation.
No.
Okay, so just throw it away.
Yeah, unless you want to save it for kin.
Nope. They can go get their own vegetation.
Yeah, I guess it's all right here in the same yard, huh?
Yeah. But it's funny because usually everybody gets their own stuff that has like nothing to do with everybody else's stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I did make a mess.
Maybe we'll do a headdress fashion show. That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, we're actually live, honey. Look at this. Look at that.
I have no vision.
I see just fine. They're deer teeth.
Ugh.
Yeah, they're deer teeth. It's these right here. Just the bottom two.
And they make noise.
Yeah. So awesome.
Speaking of teeth, I found your jawbones that you painted.
I painted these? Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, this is for last year's. all go on the outside.
Look at my size.
There we go.
Like, you look crazy and I love it.
That's what I just said. I look crazy.
Oh, I love the
I never look bad. Turtle.
So
Turtle.
that's the end of that. So I got this in the middle. Just a little string of beads with a little round doodad. And then all of these are elk teeth. And then the rest of these are all deer teeth. And you can see one of them split, but I'll get another one and replace it later. One split, right.
This one's kind of cool. Why don't you just keep it?
Huh?
This one's cool.
Whatever.
It is kind of cool.
Yeah, well,
Oh, I like what you put in the center.
kind of stuck with it now, so yeah.
Yeah, nice. I do have these. These are buffalo teeth, though. Now,
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty happy with that.
now.
If I had lemon juice, too.
So I'm not sure what else I want to do to it. I mean, that's all I got materials for. That's all I really was going for. So the thing is, do I continue or do I think on it? You know?
I don't know. Get out of that. You're welcome to use any of the. I have some feathers left.
Right. You should
And
buy
That I can use.
big jugs of lemon juice because I love drinking lemon juice.
and I have this red one.
Hmm.
And we have burlap.
Now, see, I'm kind of into metal and rivets and leather and permanent things. You know, I don't want things that need to be replaced over time. I'm going to add to it, but I don't want to.
Pursuing a Heather Pass said, looks good, Bodvar. And Tim said, I'm going to sign off till next time, guys. Heath said, later, Tim.
Yeah.
Bye, Tim.
Bye, Tim.
Bye, Tim.
You see why I put it on wire instead of string? So it has less movement, but it still has movement.
Yes.
You know? So
The noise it's making is kind of creepy. Oh, yeah, I had these. I forgot about these. I don't have very many porcupine. See? It's okay.
yeah, you have enough though. I think. Depending on what you're gonna do with them.
Yeah. Hey, can you drill me a couple holes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
These are bobcat bones. I need
There we go.
a couple of holes in those.
That's pretty cool. That's what I wanted. That's good. That would have been really neat with those boar tusks, but I don't think that would have added to it too much. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, other than the rooster claws.
What do you need on these?
2 holes. I'm gonna make earrings out of those.
Where do you want the holes at?
Probably
on this end, huh?
Or no, actually, should I do holes or should I just wire wrap them?
Wire wrapping is always cool, but I can put a hole through it and then you can wire wrap on it after that.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just gonna go through these little pointy ends right here, so
Yeah, whatever you think is best.
I'm gonna do these by hand so I don't.
Okay.
Because this little drill doesn't actually fit in that DeWalt chuck.
Oh, look, I have a big wolf foot bone.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I have this thing too. This is some kind of knuckle.
Yeah, toe bone.
We like bones.
Actually, I had this other drill for that. This one isn't for drilling through metal, but it'll drill. That's still pretty easy.
Pursuing a heathen past that I have a bunch of bare bones that I need to do something with. What kind of bare bones?
Probably black bear, but
Well, like leg bones, toe bones.
there you go. What are these? This is a raccoon penis, you said?
No, it's bobcat bones.
I have a raccoon penis.
I know you do.
Just saying. Don't judge me for it.
Come on, man. Like, you just walked right into that.
There you go.
These two are probably the closest, huh?
Yeah.
You want to put me?
Holes in those?
Yeah.
Which way do you want them? The hole? You want to
Um,
go through this way or this way?
hold on, let me see.
You gotta tell me which way.
I don't know. How do I want them to hang? Would you want them like this?
I don't know how the fuck you want. I don't know.
Probably like this, where the points stick out. Yeah.
Well,
Something like that.
I mean, if you don't like them that way, you can just change the wrap. but
Yeah, yeah.
That was kind of a big hole.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Softer than I expected, but.
Ooh. They were cracking, huh?
Huh?
They were cracking, huh? These would be
Yeah.
pretty cool too.
Yeah, they're splitting.
Hmm.
That'd be okay if you put wire through them and then wire wrap them tight,
Yeah.
so they can't split anymore. But yeah,
So black bear, northern Montana, lots of small bones from the paws and some spine bones. Oh man, got vertebrae. Oh, that'd be pretty cool. Where would that fall on your face?
I don't know. I gotta use that bone though. As long as it's part of this headdress, I just took it off, so it would actually fall. No, that's the goosels. Fall about there.
Kind of cool looking.
Hmm.
It is. It's kind of cool looking. Go look in the mirror. It's different. I don't think it would get in the way.
No, you can't tell.
Do you like it?
I do.
Yeah, it's a big focal point.
Yeah, it's kind of like a nose guard, that kind of helmet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So okay, I'll cut that other one off.
So small bones from the paws and spine bones. That would make some pretty cool jewelry.
Yeah, sure it would. I have a bear out there that need to get addressed as well. I gotta go grind this tip off. I gotta go take that little piece off.
I'm gonna sit here and try to figure out how to wire wrap. Never actually done that. Ow. Well, that hurts. Not really sure what I'm doing. Nope. I don't know how to wire wrap. Getting better. Kind of looks stupid. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Nope. That looks kind of dumb.
What was kind of dumb?
My wire wrap. I've never done that before. That looked weird.
Janky?
It was definitely janky.
That's straight up a Scooby-Doo word, I think. Janky?
Yeah, I don't really know how to wire wrap. Cutting it's probably not going to help. Might help if I actually use cutters.
I have to set it upside down now. Right side up doesn't work for me.
Oh, on your headdress?
Yeah.
Definitely need to go to one of those wire wrapping classes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the wire wrapping classes?
Well, there's that one that's doing it's called a Viking bracelet. But it's pretty much, I think this is chainmail wrap. Know what I'm saying?
No. Who's doing that?
The folk school.
Oh. You don't know who's running it though, do you?
No.
Or who's leading the class?
No. So we have 5 people on hanging out with us,
Oh, hey guys.
even though we're not talking.
Yeah, we're not the most animated today because we're doing other things, but that's kind of the point, is to get along for the ride, because you're going to see us wearing these and partying and having a good time and doing ritual and all that kind of stuff, and you'd be like, I watched them make it. I watched them make it. And that was pretty cool, because they didn't know what the hell they were doing. Which means I'm sure I can do it.
I mean, we kind of didn't. I mean, just.
Oh yeah, I'd totally freely admit that I had no idea what I'm doing over here.
Yeah.
Just adding beads to this pile, and when it looks kind of cool, it's kind of okay.
I'm just trying to get this stupid ring on this bone, and I can't do it.
And the ring on the bone. Look at the bone.
It helps if you use tools. Probably the right tools would be better.
No such thing as the right tool. Wait a second. Yes, there is. Ah, buddy.
I think I might have. Nope. opened it wider. Okay. See about putting one of those on. Damn it. May have had done it. Not very well though. Need my hat. That's
Okay,
the problem.
so
I'm doing this in the dark.
there we go.
I like that.
Yeah. I like that too. That's pretty cool.
Ow. What do you think? Kind of cool. I have one more to do. Yeah, what's that? What is that? This one's going much easier.
There we go.
It's kind of going on a little better than the last one, but totally gonna hurt myself here. Okay, got it. It's kind of on there. It's a little janky.
Oh yeah, that's mine.
You feel like a poor farmer in Sweet Village.
Ow.
Okay,
Ow.
I'm happy with it. I'm happy we made a change this year. I also have that wolf hide I want to put on top too, but I'm not sure how to do it. Oh, those look awesome. I'd put a little brass wrapper on the center.
Yeah, I think I gotta do something, but
So I have to store it like this or it's going to mess up my teeth.
oh, those are cute.
So when I I can't set it down like this anymore because it messes up the wires on the teeth. So I have to actually park it.
You could probably lay it down this way too. Yeah, very cool.
So yeah, that just happened.
Here, give me a glass. You want some more beer?
Yeah, definitely.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, super happy with that.
We should totally go to the animal parts store wearing these.
We should at least take them. We should go in there and let them know what we do with all those parts we buy.
It doesn't matter because they're leaving.
Yeah, but when we go down there for the big sale, we should go down there with our headdresses for sure. We talk about them enough. We should show them off. You think?
Well, they know we have a YouTube channel.
That's true. That's true.
They could be live with us right now.
They could be.
I love the noise it makes.
Mine?
Yeah.
The little bit of jingle jangle?
Yep. It's got a kind of creepy sound.
That Rafiki stick?
Yeah. Oh, Rafiki. Here you go.
Yeah. Pretty happy with that. So.
So I only have brass wire. I probably should have used brass for these then, huh?
Nah, that's fine. You're not gonna brass wire's gonna look nice. You have silver wire here somewhere, don't you? I thought you did.
Oh yeah, from
This is silver wire right here.
yeah. I guess they do.
There's a monofilament and a silver.
Oh, Gina said, love the earrings. Thanks, Gina.
Who?
Gina Zeman.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is she your new best friend?
She could be. I do need a new one. I mean, I got you.
Yeah, but I meant like thrift store.
Oh, you're probably not local.
That's a bummer.
Besides, you love thrifting too.
I don't know. I got all the cool stuff at the thrifty. At the thrifty mart.
I'm totally gonna stab myself with this. So I made this last year. This, remember this, babes?
Uh-huh.
I figure out how it goes on again. I'm gonna have to take my glasses off.
Our table is a mess.
Is it this way? That way. Does that look right?
That's how it was, yeah. Something like that.
So that goes over my Quest hood. And then I have this. I don't know if I can get it on without dropping it.
You should probably dig around and find some pictures of our Quest and stuff. Oh, I found it. Look at that. Here's the piece of that tooth. I'm going to super glue that sucker in. I'm going to be a dentist today. I already drilled them all out now and start gluing in falsies.
Let's see if I can take it off. So I'll get a little this pieces. So this is fox jaw, and I have a crystal, and I believe these are buffalo. And yeah, I don't know what those are, but
That's a pretty good day.
hey, buddy.
Process that little small deer.
We did
Toss a little bit of that excess deer into the
dinner.
dinner tonight.
That was a pretty good dinner too.
Yeah, not gonna lie, just stuffing it together, it was pretty good. Now let me glue that piece back in.
You're gonna be like the tooth fairy, huh?
The tooth goatee.
Gina said, "Well, I do love to craft, so maybe."
Uh-oh. Did we just become best friends?
I like to craft too. So
Okay, pretty sure I just glued a tooth to my finger. That's awesome. It's all right, I'll make it work.
let's see.
Okay, it's in place. Throw on some Rapid-Dry.
I'm going to try to wrap this one some. Probably. So far, it's not working. Getting better.
Okay. It is done. Yeah, no longer chipped tooth.
Oh, nice. It's totally not going to work.
It's totally gonna work because I just fixed it.
No, it's totally not going to work because it's like you said, over bending.
Which one? What are you talking about?
I can't over bend it.
You mean you can't overbend it?
And I let go of it all.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
And I'm stabbing myself in the finger.
Yeah, there's definitely a process to it.
Maybe I should just paint them. I could like paint runes on them instead.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Would be cool. Yeah, because I have no idea how I'm going to tie this sucker off. Look.
Yeah, there's actually a technique to setting it up so you tie it off. But you got to set it up correctly from the beginning. It's okay. It's still pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You can almost do a quick leather wrap too.
Oh, yeah.
Just a thin little leather wrap with some of that little lacing that's on the spool.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of that orange stuff would look really nice.
I could just put my name and runes down it.
Good. You could. You could chintz out of it. You could do it the cheap way. The non-crafty way.
Let's see, Gina said, I did watch the video on the quest hoods and am in the process of making 3 of them.
Oh, you want to see my new one? You want to see what I just did?
That's awesome.
I just raised the bar on the quest hoods.
You should totally go.
Raise your hand if you're a veteran. If you're gonna like this.
So if you're not a member of our Facebook group, you should go to our Facebook group. So when you're done with the quest hoods, you can
Show it, yeah.
share pictures because we love
So it kind of
craft.
packs up in its own pocket, which is kind of cool. Then,
I'm totally gonna wear these to work tomorrow.
what? Oh, the earrings?
Mhm.
The bones. Look at the bones. So this is it. This is it. It is a Whoopee quest hood. There we go. Straight Whoopee, made out of a Marine Corps digi pattern whoop whoop. And it's still got a snack pocket and it's reversible. So check this out. For reals. For reals.
We're totally gonna have to do the fashion show though. I like that idea.
Do a quest hood. Everybody's got these epic quest hoods they do all this cool stuff with. Yeah, so it's reversible. It's completely trimmed inside and out. The pockets are still functional. Look at that. Boom. Still functional. Snack pocket. Crawl up underneath it, get warm. Poncho liner.
I totally didn't need 2 holes. I think I only needed 1.
Oh, not bad.
Alright. I can just shave it off. Right?
Shave it up, like cut them back down?
Mhm.
Yeah, it'd probably be better to cut them down and I can drill a smaller hole too. You know?
She's already on the Facebook group and she said, yes, love it. So when you're done making your 3 quest hoods, put it on the group because we want to see.
Yes, we do.
Is the video pretty easy to follow also?
Yeah, that's something because it's easy for us because we understand the process. But yeah, it would be cool to know if it's easy enough to follow.
I know, like for me, when I make another one, I usually have a hood here just to reference back and forth. And
But we're also not watching the video, which is probably a pretty good reference too.
yeah.
Would be my guess. So. But I did too. I grabbed my other hood when I made this one so I could reference it. But yeah.
Can you hand me that bottom box on that stack? Thank you.
Ah, sure, for sure.
So I forgot about these.
I mean, does it work?
It does work.
It kind of works.
Don't wag your
Don't wiggle your
bones
worm
at me.
Don't wiggle your worm at her.
The video was great, just needed more room to work and have to buy new needles. Broke mine. Oh, bummer.
Oh yeah, it's a bummer.
But that's nice to know. A few people that have actually made quest hoods
Yes,
from the video.
yes. And our kinsmen just go above and beyond with 2-sided dealios. Yeah. Even Edgel made a really wicked. Edgel pioneered this pocket design with the double-sided inside-out quest hood.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do a little quest hood fashion show.
I have to have time to make a new quest hood. Because mine's just kind of...
Yes, because that new fabric we got used. You're talking about with that quilt
yes,
stuff, right?
Yes, I am.
Get on it. Get on it.
So I have these.
Make it happen.
Under...
My brain's turning already. I haven't seen those before. Those are cool.
What would you do with them?
I'd probably make some sort of a shield wall. Like,
Do you want them?
no. I don't.
You can have them if you want
I
them.
know I can.
They came with my big shell medallion,
Oh,
and I think they're pretty cool. And
you would be correct.
but I don't know what to really do with them. I thought about just hanging them.
A wolf foot bone, huh?
Mm-hmm. What else do we got? I got these. Maybe totally liking them all.
Yeah.
And I have these. I bought this just for these things.
Those blue ones?
Yeah.
Cool. You get that at like the thrift store?
Yes, I got it at the thrift store solidly. But I wanted these things.
The blue spikies.
Yeah.
The spike-taculars. You can't go there without buying more of these little cock sheets, can you?
Let's see. Wolfric Otto Shank von Landsberg. Ooh. A mouthful. What did I miss? I feel like I'm super late.
Yeah. We did the work. We built or modified and upgraded our Shamanic headdresses for Winter Nights Festival that's coming up. So this is mine. Basically, I just added the teeth in the front and that bone in the front. So the antlers were already there, the feathers were already there. So
Are you gonna put your things back that you were hanging from the antlers?
no, one of them's here.
Well, I know one of them's there.
It's all these little bones. I reincorporated it in a different way.
Oh,
All the pieces are still there. It's just different. You should turn it off when you're not using it.
I was using it. What else do I got?
Yeah.
I feel like I need something more on mine. Mine's pretty good.
So that bone on the front here, you see it's got the Gebu Isa Gebu on it. So the XIX or whatever, Gebu Isa Gebu, gift for a gift. But it's more specifically returning a gift for a gift. And what happened was we were at an all thing, an Austria Alliance all thing many years ago. And some clown who thought he knew what he was doing with the runes decided to curse our camp because we don't really play the political game very well. So it's kind of really easy to tick people off when they take all this politics seriously and you just treat it like it's a big joke, like you're playing Big Brother from home kind of thing, you know, like everything's a big giant joke because nobody really takes it seriously except the 2 or 3 people that do. So he ticked the person off and he went by our camp and he left some runes or just took some sticks and laid them out on the sidewalk in front of our camp, Hagalas Navis, and tried to curse the camp. And we don't know what he meant by that because it doesn't really mean anything. So we took the exact same sticks, all the ones that were there, and rearranged them as Gebu Isa Gebu, a gift for a gift. If you mean well for us, may it be well for you. If you mean trash for us, may you have trash in return. But we don't want it anyway. You can just keep it. And whether it's good or bad, you can just go ahead and keep it. We're happy with what we got. And this particular person's life kind of turned into shambles for the next year or so.
Yeah.
And which was kind of sad, but I don't know. Now he happens to be the Alhariar's Goatee of the Asatru Alliance, so that's funny. Yeah, I said it. Stuff it up your ass, Kohler.
Oh, babes.
What? I don't like him. I never liked him.
No, I mean, I get it.
Try to curse us. He tried to curse us.
He did try to curse us, and that was kind of a cowardly thing to do.
It was very cowardly to curse us when we weren't paying attention. But that's okay. He got his right back because Sam knew more than he knew. And then, anyway, the point is that when that happened, we took and we memorialized Gebu Isa Gebu. We both took a little piece of deer bone we found out in the woods and or scraps from a coyote lunch, assuming it was deer bone, and carved it in, Gebu Isa Gebu, and then we kept that memento. And it's been a long time. So sure all is recovered by then. So I don't know shit.
No,
So-
you don't. No, I know.
I'm not afraid to say some people are assholes, you know. I'm not afraid to call him out any more than I'm afraid to call out McNugget or
Yep.
Chicken McNugget. It's just does no good to suffer fools or to pretend like you're a happy acquaintance of somebody who's a complete douche. So about there, but I like this. I like what I'm doing here. I like where this is going
Oh, that's nice.
on that other bar.
Mm-hmm.
Just add a little top
Yeah,
to
and
it.
the colors go with those.
Yeah, like I just bring it in and just tie it in and then trim it right. I mean, I glue it down, but.
What about going up and under? Getting them to stick up more.
From the inside? What do you mean?
Go it like,
I don't want that.
no.
Yeah, it's too loud for me. I won't do that anyway. just an idea. Yeah.
Gina said, looks great, and agreed. She's agreeing with you about something.
Mm.
You're gonna build anything else?
I think I'm okay with this. That's what we've done.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
I don't want to push it too far. And last time I pushed it a little bit too hard, and then I ended up undoing half of what I did because I didn't push anything. I didn't have a plan, you know.
Yeah.
But this was part of my. This was my plan at this stage, was to do these teeth, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. They're way better than anything like this that I've seen because they got the beads on it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're.
The deer teeth, the silver beads, and then the
Yeah, I love the silver on it.
and then the pig bone beads on top. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
And I don't know what to do with these.
The important thing is it's super durable. You know, we're trying to figure out.
She agrees not to suffer fools.
Yeah, like don't pretend. Nobody wins when you do that. Let the fools go on with their merry existence, and then you go on with yours, and not feel like you have to dodge them or avoid them or lie to them or play silly games, silly high school games like people play. It's easy just to say, I'm not a fan of yours. You and I don't get along. Enjoy your life away from my life. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, people say, oh, you're so mean, you're so blah, blah, blah. But you know what, though? I'm pretty happy because I'm surrounded by people I actually enjoy being around. You know? That's not by accident. That was absolutely by design.
Should I keep this and throw it away?
What is it? That wire?
Yeah.
I can keep it.
Just throw this piece away though.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Definitely keep the brass stuff. Gotta keep these little tweezers. Put that all out here in case we need to poke holes in leather. That's what we're really doing. You want to deal with this tonight, or you want to leave this out?
Yeah, I was just gonna leave this out. I was just gonna throw away this piece. So we should probably end it. We've been live most of the day.
Yeah, because we were live all day today for 3 hours or so, 3 hours and some change, processing that deer. And then, of course, we went live today working on these things because it kind of came up and we mentioned it. And we were like, yeah, we'll go live tonight when we work on our headdresses. And that's the work that I needed. And according to my plan, and I'm pretty happy with where I'm at right now on mine.
I'm pretty happy where mine's at too.
It's just, I had this extra band because mine was the prototype and we realized this wasn't the place for it. The band needed to be forward. So I had that extra band. So I really would like to put something on it, but I don't know what yet, you know?
Yeah.
So,
It'll come.
let me see what the flashlight is. There we go. That's what's going to go on it right there. I can put on a flashlight, fold it up. Boom. What? What's happening? What's happening? Did I just make it awesome? You know I did.
I know you
I
did. I don't know what your dog wants. What? You already had dinner, you remember? You remember you had all that nasty venison fat?
Oh, gross. Where we at?
Let's see, what's the history behind those kind of headdresses? I can't seem to figure out fact versus fantasy with Neo-Norse shamanism.
It's all fantasy. It's all fantasy. I don't know the history behind the headdress, and neither does anybody else. They might have found a headdress here or there in a gravesite. It's not well documented. It's amalgamated from various different cultures around the world. We just do it because this particular time of the year, it tends to be really, really heavy on the UPG, the fun, the fantasy, the
Halloween-esque.
the Halloween-esque, dress up and paint your face and wear creepy stuff. And but I would rather be creepy fantasy Viking than creepy, I don't know, Halloween horror film, witches and goblins, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Tim Burton. So I mean, you can go whichever way you want. We tend to go towards the shamanistic, the Norse shaman fantasy is kind of where we're going for this particular celebration of the year because we can. But yeah, don't let anybody try to tell you to take it too seriously. It's not disrespectful to the gods because you're not taking it seriously.
They're not gonna get angry.
They're not going to get angry. The bloat, you got to take the bloat seriously. We will have our headdresses on, and we will be in costume, and I will call it costume. I'm not going to pretend like it's some sacred ritual gear. Now, some of it is like I've got my outfit that I wear as a goatee, my tunic, my necklaces, my torque, but that's more of a uniform than a costume. But on top of that will be painted faces, shamanic headdresses, probably a cloak or something to stay warm, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's fantasy. It's all fantasy and make-believe, but it's fun. And you should be able to have a little fun with your religion. I mean, even the Christians are going on Easter egg hunts. That's about as far away from Christianity as you can get, hunting Easter eggs and shit from venerating pagan gods. But they still do it because it's fun.
Yeah.
You know, Christians too, they're out here, they go to church, but they're out passing out candy and trick-or-treating. So you can't take yourself serious all the time or else there's no fun. If there's no fun in it, you're not going to do it. That's the thing. If there's no fun in the ritual, there's no fun in the practice, there's no way to veer away from the letter of the lore and have a little fun and be creative and be a little loopy about the whole thing. If you can't do that, nobody's going to do it. They're going to sit around the internet and they're going to judge and they're going to talk. They're going to talk about how this isn't the way the Vikings did it, and then the other people are going to tell you that it's all so much older than the Viking age. The Vikings were the actual death of Asatru, not the beginning of it. Blah, 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 blah. Nobody really cares. It's just a bunch of people, self-important people trying to make themselves feel more important than they actually are in their own little bubble.
But do you bloat, bro?
But do you bloat, bro? That's my thing. Like, do you even bloat, bro? So, because I guarantee that my 15-year-old daughter can conduct a bloat, an actual formal bloat with people, me, sounding horn, all that stuff, better than easily 90% of the people calling themselves a goatee. They can say goatee all day long, but unless you're doing ritual, you're not a goatee. I'm sorry. It's just, what are you the goatee of? You're the goatee of some internet chat group? Great. Enjoy that, you know? But goatees implies that you're performing ritual, so go do ritual. I'm not actually poking at anybody here. I'm just ranting in general about the online pagan community.
You do have nice rants. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Huh? No, I just think that word matters. It means something.
Yeah.
I would rather call somebody who just started a kindred a month ago and has done 2 bloats. I would rather call them a goatee than someone who's been at it for 37 years and bloats once a year or never bloats.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, they don't need to bloat because they do it their way. And I get it. Like, people have their own way, but you can't take the name that means something and apply it to something else because you do it your own way. You know? I mean, that's not going to fly in any realm of society. I can roll up into a bank and I can be like, give me all your money. And when the cops roll up, I'll be like, no, man, I just made a withdrawal my way. That works for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just doing it my way. I don't care what society's rules are.
Such a great way of explaining
You know what I'm saying?
shit.
I made a withdrawal and I did it my way. So that doesn't work, you know?
I just love the way you explain shit. It's so awesome.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I ain't trying to make fun of anybody. I'm just saying it. You know? Some goalies aren't really goalies.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yes.
can be.
Yes.
I don't really care if people call themselves a goalie. I'm never going to call them out. I never call them out. I never say, you're not a goalie. I won't say never because I have done it.
What?
I
No,
tried not to do it.
You just said they were piss poor goatee.
I said piss poor goatee, yeah, because the way they
You didn't say
ritual-
they weren't a goatee. You said they were piss poor goatee.
You're right. I did. I did not say they weren't a goatee. I said they were piss poor goatee because the way they conducted ritual was they didn't conduct it. They just started it and it kind of took on its own whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, the worst thing, it was new people and new people.
Yeah. So beside that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how'd you like the show? Right?
Okay, so Wolfric said most native tribes have a society that exists for the purpose of making sure people don't take themselves too seriously at ceremony.
Yeah, they call it the coyote mentorship. Now, the problem with the Norse community is the Norse community is trying to bleed the Native American model of coyote mentorship, which is kind of mentorship by mischief, put you in trouble and let you find your way out. That coyote mentorship is a real model, and it's really, really important, and it's good. But they're trying to apply that as some sort of a Loki mentorship. But the coyote spirit and the Loki spirit are not the same. They're different. They're very much different.
He was throwing out, he's got Heyoka, Pueblo
And Hopi, yeah, Heyoka.
Clowns, Aztec, yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah, I don't know how to say that, but
Okay.
yeah.
So, yeah, you give a few examples.
Yeah, and then, so they're definitely following the coyote model, but I think a lot tried to apply that coyote model to the Loki answer or whatever, but I think Loki's a little bit more of the skinwalker model than the, you know what I mean, than the coyote mentor. But I mean, each his own, I guess.
Did I know the kind of folks you're ranting about? I can't take them seriously. Your community seems to be one of the only few down-to-earth pagans, very relatable.
Cool, I appreciate that. Yeah, we just try to be who we are. I think there's a lot more people like us out there than we know of, but because of basically the heathen landscape the way it is, a lot of them were afraid to just kind of create a channel or teach people their way because they're afraid of the backlash that they're going to get from all the different communities that are left, right, or not on center line. So we just don't care. Like at the end of the day, I mean, we love everybody, but we don't really suffer criticism. It's just like people who criticize. I mean, really, like some people in Canada are going to criticize me. I had some fool in like Denmark or something saying that us fake American pagans are making it. I don't know. It was like, what? You're born in Denmark? You know what? I've been to Norway twice. I spent weeks and weeks and weeks in Norway, and it seemed to me that most of my time in Norway, I was educating Norwegian military about their own history and culture. They don't get taught it at the well, at least that I learned it growing up pagan. So I would spend a lot of my time in Norway teaching them, and they were grateful and happy and loved to have those conversations. And they knew a lot about American history, but less about their own Viking past or whatever. And it was just kind of fun to, I teach them about that, and then they ask me other questions about American history. What's going on? I can't see. I got a light in my face.
No, we're having a conversation.
I thought you were trying to get my attention to ask me for
No,
something.
he wants one of these, and I said, they're dad's.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't care. Yeah, you guys can drink those.
No, you can have one. Nobody else can. Go put dinner away.
Okay. What's going on? Whatever. It doesn't matter. I was just kind of running off anyway.
Gina said, we have friends that wanted to be kindred with us, but when it came time for bloat, they claimed it was too much like a church.
Well, some people make that claim. I wish they could really just like experience the bloat. Bloat is how we honor the gods. I mean, it's been that way. We don't know exactly how they did it at the beginning, 1,000, 2,000 years ago, but we do know that they did it, and we know that it involved a sacrifice and it involved a gothi or some sort of a priest class of person. Those are factual things. If somebody doesn't feel comfortable with that because of church, it probably doesn't have anything to do with the kindred or the kindred model or the bloat model. It probably has more to do with trauma they suffered in the church. So really, you could say, point to where they hurt you, and we'll try not to touch that spot. Seriously. That makes sense? Point to where they hurt you, and we'll try not to touch that spot. Because you can design the ritual however you want, but to light a candle and then think good thoughts and then wander away into your day is not honoring the gods. It's something, but it's not everything. That's you know what I mean? It's got value. There's worth there. I do it too. I have my own little ritual space upstairs. I can meditate there. I light candles. I light incense. I commune with the gods. I talk with the gods. I make small sacrifices. But anything big or anything ritualistic happens out of the Vey. What I do upstairs is not nothing. but it's not everything either, you know?
I do that too, like the candles, like the incense. But then I also spin my goddess and get her dancing too. With
Oh yeah, you got that little jewelry box goddess on. Yeah, that's cool.
But
Yeah.
I mean, that's not nothing, but it's not.
Yeah,
Not a whole
it's your
lot
own
of
kind of
effort.
your own kind of personal thing, but yeah, I wish in a lot of cases that's why we put a lot of our bloats, not all of them, but we put a lot of our bloats out on the internet so people can see, not only one, they can see that we do it consistently, and we have a very set pattern by the way we do it, but that pattern wasn't established by some overarching all-seeing, all Harry R's Gothi of Vinland or some garbage. That pattern, the pattern we used was one that we created. We took a lot of different things and a lot of different rituals and bits and pieces from various other people and organizations, including the Asatru Felgith in Iceland, and even the practices and the discussions that I've had with some of my heathen friends in Norway, by the way they do stuff. You know, I've studied a little bit about the Sami culture, and the Sami is still living a lot of that stuff in you know, closely, at least culturally, close to the way that it was in the day. So we can glean a lot of stuff from the way the Sami do it too. And I mean, I'm not wholly convinced that the Sami aren't the original Vanir. You know, Odin of the North, the migrating tribes. We know that the Asir and Asgard is somewhere in Asia. Like, that's all connected. Like, they came from Asia. Like, Odin could have straight up come from China. We don't know who Odin was when he was a king, when he was Odin of the North. He was Odin of the North when he migrated north. He could have came straight over from Asia, and then Asia was the homeland, and it became Asgard, and they became the Aesir from Asia. Like, we don't know how that worked, but they certainly came from Asia. There's certainly some connection to the northern people of Scandinavia to the Asian landscape as well. There's some connection there. So, especially like the Indian. So when you start getting into some of the Indian culture over in Asia, you start seeing how things are close. You know.
So Gina said so to my second church. Wolfric said, I am Ryan Black Coyote, by the way.
Oh, are you in a tribe?
I remember Ryan Black Coyote. Where did we? Sounds familiar. Sounds very familiar.
I don't recall where we met from.
Changed my name a few months ago. Not even sure if y'all remember me. I'm a lurker, not a talker.
Well,
there you go.
It sounds familiar. Are you a member of a Native American tribe, or are you a Norse Pagan? Because some of the stuff that we do was actually learned from, you know, the way that we do ritual and everything. Some of those ritual elements were adopted, or the blanks were filled in based on some of the work we've done with the Palo Reservation in San Diego with Gallahorn kindred. So some of those little bits and pieces, the gaps are filled in by other native cultures, because I think if you really broke it down around the world at any particular period in history, most of the native people, not the advanced people, but if you were to go pick a period in history and then check the native cultures around the world, and they were all pretty much doing the same thing. At one point, they were all sacrificing humans and babies, and at one point, they were sacrificing animals, and at another point, they were bowing to the church. Like, things were happening simultaneously, you know, like one culture invented the wheel and the other culture was already using one. These things all happened. These great discoveries happened. Irrelevant of culture, they popped up like all of a sudden the world discovered how to use.
Quit talking so fast.
I know. I talk fast. I get gassy and I get burpy. It's weird, huh?
It never fails.
But if you think about the Bronze Age, you know, we have the Stone Age, the Bronze Age, and the Iron Age, and then, you know, the Iron Age is kind of mixed and mingled with the Viking Age. And around the world, cultures did the same things. They had the same technology. You know, the wheel is a technological advancement. A hammer is a technological advancement. A a lever and a fulcrum are technological advancements, and cultures found those out at the same time with no contact with each other. Now you can say that maybe it was some aliens sharing technology, or maybe just culturally, as a planet, when one culture discovers something, it becomes part of the folk soul of the planet, and other cultures have access to that by some sort of a divine intervention. You know, like Nikola Tesla definitely had an ability to tap into the folk soul and draw out stuff that we still can't figure out yet. Yeah. Anyway, we're just kind of rambling
Yeah,
now.
you're rambling. Okay, so Gina said they just basically wanted to get together and drink.
Yeah, that's pretty common in Ostrich community too. Is a lot of drinking. We do that here, but most of our gatherings are a 3-day festival. There is a time to drink and party, and there's a time to not, and everybody seems to have a really good grasp on when that is. Right?
And everybody BYOBs too.
Yeah, a lot of BYOB.
And
So.
nobody gets out of hand. Yeah, that's what our number is for, just in case. But yeah, nobody gets out.
Yeah, and you know, and I've talked to other tribes and collectives and fellowships and whatever of other groups of Ostrich, whether they want to call themselves a kindred or not, and some of them have issues, and they're like, how do you get people to bring mead for ritual? Like, I have to provide all the mead for ritual. Like, how do you get people to bring it? I was like, have you ever taught your people to brew? Have you ever taught them to brew? Because when people brew, they love it. And when they love it, they want to share it. And when they want to share it, they might as well share it in ritual. And people will start bringing mead for ritual if you show them how to brew. So everybody in my kindred knows how to brew. And almost everybody does. But I'm pretty sure everybody has. I don't know if Sindri brews.
As far as I know, he hasn't, but
He's the only one.
he may. But he's also the sneaky one, so he may have had a brew going.
Yeah, so he's the kind of person who would get the materials and he'd knock out this amazing brew. And when he got it just perfect, he'd show up on the scene and be like, look what I brewed. We'd be like, when did you do that? Oh, 2 years ago. What do you mean 2 years ago?
Yep, he
And
would
he's like,
totally
yeah.
do that.
Yeah, he would totally be sneaky like that.
I'm just saying,
So-
it's totally him. Good thing he went to bed.
Yeah. But as of right now, I don't think Sindri brews, but he's the only one. Even the kids brew. So.
Yeah, Edgel's actually ready to brew again.
Edgel's is right here.
Well, he wants to brew again, and he has a new idea, but it's hush hush. You don't want people to know.
You don't want people to know.
No, because everybody steals everybody's idea, just like we have a hush hush.
Yeah, we do. There's a lot of idea stealing here. So.
Okay, so.
Catch me up and we can end it.
Well, they can certainly ask any questions they want to ask before we end it. So if they have a question, they can
Yeah. If you got any quick questions or whatever, I can certainly try to answer them. I'm not always quick. Sometimes I ramble. I know that. I know that about me.
Wolfric said, born there doesn't give them any kind of superiority over American Pagan. Maybe they have local teachings that we don't, but they're not better than American Pagans in any way.
I know that, and I think a lot of them know that too. But once in a while, you get an asshole. But America's got a bunch of assholes too. So
Certainly do.
there's plenty of Americans that are jumping online and trashing on Swedes and Norwegians and Icelanders too, and they have to deal with that too. So of course they're going to get a little heartburn. I understand that. I can understand that that's how that works. But I won't tolerate it when people come after me, because obviously I'm just trying to make the community a little bit better, a little bit safer, a little bit more fun. I'm not trying to exclude anyone. I'm not trying to kick out. I'm not trying to say that something's historic, because I really don't care.
It's kind of crazy how much,
Yeah.
how attacked you have gotten over just a few months that we've been out there showing the public.
It is kind of, it's perplexing to wonder, to see why so many people are threatened when I'm not doing anything bad against anyone. It is strange how threatened people really are when your whole goal is to just kind of help people and be nice to people. Like, be nice to people. How is me being nice to people threatening? But it is. It definitely is, because there are people that they'll pull no punches when they come after. But whatever, they don't deserve any press.
Nope.
So, what else we got?
Let's see. He also said, I'm Lakota Tewa. Grew up in ceremony and speak Lakota, half German too, from a Saxon family. I only recently got interested in my German side. Lots of similarities between Lakota and Germanic paganism.
You're right, there are. I don't know much about the Lakota, but I've worked with various different tribes along the way. A lot of Ojibwe too. I got a lot of friends that are Ojibwe, and I always make fun of them because whenever they do something that's a little strange, I'm like, "Oh, is that the Ojibwe?" But we're friends, and we're all pagans, and we're all heathens, and we all follow our native culture, and we can play like that. But if some of those conversations that we have were to make it on the internet, we would both be kicked out of our tribes. So, it's okay. That's okay. What we say in the TP stays in the TP, right? You think I'm lying, but I ain't. I spent 2 weeks in a TP in the winter months in where were we at?
Was it Ontario?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Canada.
Somewhere in Canada.
He said, I know how to brew, but I choose to use fruit juice float out of respect for the alcoholism on my native side.
Kombucha is a good one. So the reason we blow it with mead, it doesn't have anything to do with the alcohol itself. It has to do with the yeast. So when we bloat with mead, we're bloating with something that's a living organism. That yeast is alive, and it's still alive in that brew. So we're essentially, by the time we've spent money, time, effort in doing all of this stuff, and then we just open the bottle and pour, probably 70 or 80% of it onto the ground. That's a real sacrifice. That's livestock, essentially. So that's why we use an alcoholic beverage as opposed to a non-alcoholic. However, you could probably say get the same effect from a milk, which isn't really alive, but it's absolutely an animal product. And you can do the same thing with kombucha. Kombucha is it has a living yeast in it. It has life. You're sacrificing real life that takes time and money and effort to brew and create, but it doesn't have alcohol. So.
Well, we also talked about too the sourdough, because you have to
sourdough bread,
keep the starter alive.
But sacrificing food that's going to hang around a while is a little different than sacrificing beverages.
Absolutely.
We have the space. We can sacrifice breads and stuff. We put it out on a stump and let the critters run off with it. Not a big deal at all. It doesn't bring in bears and coyotes here. Mostly just the squirrels and the birds will tear it up. But you can't really do that if you live in an apartment in New York City. You can't be throwing a loaf of bread out on the street and be like, "Hey, to the whites,"
No, but you can certainly leave it on the table for a day and then chuck it in the trash.
Yeah.
Take it to your.
You can. Because a lot of times the sacrifice isn't about who receives it. It's about who denies themselves the use of it. My sacrifice, I can sacrifice these players, and I can chuck them in the pool or chuck them in the pond. Nobody's ever going to use them. The gods don't have access to them either, but I'm denying myself the use of them, and that's the sacrifice. Now I have to function without that, and I'll do that as it's probably not the best example, but
But like with the sourdough, you have to keep that alive. You have to feed it. You have to nurture it.
Yeah, it's a living, breathing entity.
And even if there's a lot of time and effort. Like it takes a long time to bake a loaf of sourdough bread from a starter.
And it takes effort every single day to feed that starter. And
so even if you were to make it and pull it right out of the oven and throw it right in the trash, there's a sacrifice in that transition.
That's a huge sacrifice because it smells so good right out of the oven.
Especially if you add some jalapenos and sharp cheddar.
Yeah.
But
I agree, yeah. It's about putting in the effort and then denying yourself. Yeah, it's rough. But I get it. I get the juice thing. We actually, up on the shelf here, we have a bottle of sparkling cider. Usually that's for the non-alcoholic drinkers or the children in the group. But I'm not going to lie, my kids, from the time they could hold a drinking horn, they drank mead in ritual. Now, we don't fill the horns up. It's a sip. It's a tiny little sip. But it's part of the ritual. It's part of the blessing. So our kids have had mead in ritual since they could hold a horn. Not always in Summel, because sometimes Summels We tend to be a little bit looser with the amount, and usually, so Summel is usually like a fruit juice for the kids, and then mead only in bloat for the children. But
we have found that they really appreciate sparkling apple cider.
yeah, sparkling apple cider is really
Or
good.
sparkling grape juice. Anything sparkling with bubbles. And
Yeah.
it comes in
So
a little champagne bottle. It's like,
So just about, I guess about now, about Halloween time frame is when they should start coming out with the Christmas stuff at the store. So that's when they're going to put the sparkling ciders out, because to hell with Thanksgiving and Veterans Day and,
Right.
you know,
yeah,
forget all that stuff.
who needs them?
Straight from Halloween candy to Christmas presents.
Well, I mean, if you remember, we just went to Joann's and all the Halloween stuff was 60-70% off, and all the Christmas stuff was already out.
Yes, at Joann's Fabric yesterday. It is insane.
Edo, come say hi.
Come on, dude. Say hi. Let everybody see what you look like, you ski bum. You look like a ski bum.
He's a poor Scandinavian farmer.
You don't look like a poor Scandinavian farmer. You look like a well-fed Viking.
He does look like a well-fed Viking.
Say hi.
Come say hi.
Say hi. Come on,
Gotta
Mr.
do it.
Well-fed.
Gotta do it. This is our youngest boy.
Our youngest boy.
He's a giant. We breed giants. Come down, son.
Yeah. With that hair, he'd be in a heavy metal band, but he ain't got no talent.
He's like, I would totally double leg you, old man.
He got talent, but his talent is in the ring. So, okay, go away.
All right, goodbye.
You're making me nervous. Mhm.
That hat does look good on him.
It does. It's a good hat. Good hat for him. Okay, let's wrap this up. Any more questions?
Let's see. Wolfric said, I know how to brew, but I choose to use fruit juice for blue. Oh, okay, I read that. Gina said, actually just started teaching another friend, Heathen, how to brew. He helped on our Yule mead and wants to continue with more brews with us.
Cool. Yeah, we usually brew. We do beer for mead, or beer for Yule, not mead. We also have a little custom that we started for hot wine. We drink some hot wine.
Hot wine.
But we use beer in bloat, and sometimes we have a beer and mead combination during summer. But for us for Yule, we bloat to Thor. You know, I understand a lot of people don't do that, but we bloat to Thor for Yule. We always have, and Thor. For us, our UPG is that Thor likes a heavy beer, a nice IPA or a Guinness Stout or something. So we try to brew something nice and heavy and earthy in order
Robust.
to. And we'll usually start that brew in November. Which, if we're going to do it this year, we got to get it early because we're having Yule early. We're going to have to hit it really quick.
We do have a lot of, like as soon as we get done with Winter Nights, we're getting right into some of the Yule videos because we have some things that
Yeah.
we would like to show everybody and give them time to prepare themselves.
Now we do have a gathering in November, and that gathering is, we take it from the Ossature Alliance calendar because essentially that's where we got our start, and that would be the Feast of the Einhar. And so since we are a veteran kindred, everybody in this kindred is either a veteran, married to a veteran, or the brat of a veteran. So everybody in this kindred is connected to the military in that respect. Everybody. So, and it's almost a requirement.
It pretty much is a requirement.
I think it's pretty much a requirement, yeah.
Like we
So-
totally have a type. Like there's no denying it. It's a type.
Yeah. So November for us is really focused on our fallen, not our family, but our veterans. So we do, it's Veterans Day, and November is important to us anyway because we started dating in November 9th. November 10th is the Marine Corps birthday. November 11th is Veterans Day. November 12th will be our 29 or 30 anniversary. I think it's 29 this year.
I think it's 29. It was
It's 29 because Joe's 28, right?
It was 94 when we got married. Yeah. So
Married in 93. Joe was born in February 94. We got married in 93.
we Weird.
November 93, yeah.
So this would be
Because
our
I came
30.
out, I graduated boot camp in August.
So this would be our 30 then, right?
No, 30 would be 2023, not 2022.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So,
All right, so one.
so 29 years married, but we were together a couple years before that. So, anyway, so that's what we celebrate in November. Is going to be the Feast of the Einhar. We basically have a bloat. Yeah, we'll see who we bloat to. It's kind of fluid. We can bloat to any of them, but generally a tier bloat is pretty applicable for a November bloat. Or we could potentially say, hey, you know, treat our brothers well.
Gina said, actually just started teaching. Oh, I already read that one. Wolfric said, roasting each other is how natives show love. And also said, new perspective on mead. I've never heard before. I understand. Good teachings. And Gina said, my husband is the brat of a veteran.
Ah, cool.
There we go. And we are caught up, and we should probably end it.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. We're going to do this more often. We hope to actually go live this weekend when the Kindred's out here and they're building their stuff. Friday night, yeah. Be prepared for some harsh language and some heavy drinking. Because Friday night they come out Friday. We do a lot of work. We got Vey work. We got all kinds of stuff. We come in here. We enjoy each other's kinship. Probably end up wrapping it up with playing euchre or something because we're all kind of from the Midwest. And then
it will be a little later in the day because we will have work to do. We have like a mini feast. We have a kindred meeting, and then we're going to try to get started on everybody's headdresses.
we could probably, let me talk to the kinsmen, but because you guys haven't seen it very well, we could probably get our important closed business done really quick and early in the meeting, and then just go live at the meeting.
Yes, we could do that.
We'll see. We'll see.
We don't have a whole lot of. Like,
I think this meeting's going to be super quick anyway, right?
I think it's going to be super quick, and there's not a whole lot of like secret hush hush squirrel stuff.
Yeah.
Just a few fun things to talk
Yeah,
about.
maybe that's not a good idea on this particular one because there's not a lot of work to be settled. We're just going to try and get it out of the way because we can get back to.
A few things to bring up though.
Yeah, but not really the business of
No.
the general public. Doesn't really move the needle for this channel at all. So, okay. All right, we'll wrap it up. Thanks for hanging out with us. And
Okay, so Gina said thank you, Goldie. Wolfric said enjoy the chat, and Heath said night, y'all. Excellent instructional video as always.
all right, we'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out.